Hi guys, tonight I'm going to be doing a review on the, well, you're going to get it's a 2-for-1 deal. I'm doing a review on the Innokin itaste VV V3 variable voltage pass-through mod from Innokin, and hell, it's a beautiful mod. It's about 30 bucks at your local vape shop. You can probably get it online cheaper, but it's a wonderful mod. It comes in a beautiful case, in a beautiful box. Comes in 4 different colors. In the box, you get a manual. Tells you everything you need to know about it. It comes with everything you need to vape right off the bat. A wonderful, extremely long, retractable charging cable. Plugs into your USB like your usual 510 chargers. And the mod itself. It's about, I'd say about 2 or 3 inches long, maybe 2.5. I don't know, but it can get up to, let's see here, about, I want to say 10 watts. It has a 10 watt range, I want to say, and up to about, let's see here. Actually, it says on the back, 11 watt range, 6 to 11 watt range, 5 watt increments, and 3.3 to 5 watt to 5 volts in 0.1 increments. So it's easily adjustable. Basically, all you do is to change the wattage. Well, actually, to cut it on, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 clicks on the top button here. Then to adjust the watts, to adjust the volts, you hold your the top or plus button down. Then you can sit there and dial it in as high as you want. I'm going to keep it around 4.6. To switch between volts and watts, you simply hold the top button down, and it automatically switches from watts to P. The P means watts, and again 5 watt increments. To switch back to volts, you hold the bottom or minus button down, and it switches from watts back to volts. It has a puff counter on it, and yeah, basically tells you how many. Actually, hold on. Sorry about that. You hold either the top or the bottom button down. It will tell you exactly how many puffs you've taken since you cut it on last. Hold both down. It will tell you how many ohms your tank is, or how many ohms the coil is in your tank, and tell you how much battery it has left. So right now it has 3.7 volts. It starts fully charged as 4.2. And that will last you about a day on a relatively decent setting, like the 3.6 volts I have it on now. I usually vape between 3.6 and 3.4, so it's perfect for me. And then again, I have a Kangaroo T3 with a 2.1 ohm coil on it. It's not going to recognize it right off the bat, so that's one of the setbacks. It's not that accurate in terms of the ohm indicate. But right now I'm saying what? Hold on. 2.4 ohm coil. It's saying I have a 2.4 ohm coil, which I do not. I actually have a 2.2 ohm coil in here. It provides an extra. It gives an excellent vapor production off the 2.2 ohm Kanger T3. But, and also again, the pass through, simply plug your USB cable into the bottom like so. Oh, let me show you how it looks when you plug it in. It'll flash all the colors, and basically, you can still vape when you're charging. So it gives a wonderful. It's a great. On that note, now this is the second. Here's the second thing I'm going to review on tonight. That's the Aspire Nautilus Mini. Picked this up the other day. I've been vaping on it since. I've barely put it down. The only time I put it down was when I'm at work. And this, it's a beautiful mod. A beautiful tank. Adjustable airflow. Has 4 different settings. In the case, in the packaging, beautiful packaging too, honestly. It comes with a manual, tells you everything you need to know. Even, I want to say it even gives you specs on the tank itself. As far as how long it is, and how long it is, how much fluid it holds. It holds 2 liters, 2 milliliters of fluid. Sorry, it comes with this little Lycos thing with a little barcode on it, and on the back it has like different products from Aspire. Little warning label telling you what, and let the tank stand for 2 minutes so the cotton can be saturated. Do not let the tank become completely empty. Refill the tank to avoid dry burning or damage to the atomizer. Not a bad thing to remember. But the hardware inside the tank comes with a beauty ring for 510 coil. 510. Ego threads. So since the itaste has ego threads, we'll go ahead and screw that on there. It comes with an extra 1.8 ohm coil, and one thing I really like about it, the Aspire coils, is they actually have the voltage rating on them underneath the resistance. Like this thing, right underneath the 1.8 ohm, it says 3.3 to 6 volts. So I find that to be really cool, because most coils you buy, you don't get that. They just have the voltage, the ohms on there, and that's it. And this is how the entire setup looks together. It looks pretty good. We'll take the charger off just to keep that green light from blurring everything. I've already been vaping on this tank, and it has a full load of 6 milligram nicotine Innokin Futz from vapingmasters.com. It's a very good flavor. I've been using it for a few months now and love it. But yeah, Your drip tip comes off, so you can put any tip you want on it, as long as it's 510, which the way things are nowadays, everything's a 510, so it's no problem. Again, the tank itself is a 510 screw, so it fits just about any and every mod out there. Real easy to install. Just screw it on like like you would anything else. You need the BD ring, put that on, and boom, you're all ready to go. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna start out on the lowest setting, the lowest airflow setting, which is, to me, it's kind of similar to the Kanger T3S. Sorry. So we'll take a quick draw off that. Another thing about the innokin itaste VV is that it has a 10 second cutoff on it. You take a draw for 10 seconds, it cuts off, to keep from burning itself out, keep from damaging the device, which is similar to a lot of things you buy, like the Vision spinner and spinner 2. They have the 5 second the cutoff on it. Even the Kanger EVOD, which is another wonderful little battery, little mod battery, whatever you want to call it. They all have the self cut off to prevent damage to the mod. They don't come with. You don't have to buy a battery. Separate batteries are rechargeable. Are battery chargers for these mods, because they're self. They are the battery themselves. You couldn't change them out if you wanted to. But anyway, let's get back to the Nautilus Aspire. The Aspire Nautilus. Okay, so lowest airflow setting, again similar to the Kanger T3, T3S, in my opinion. It's not that much vape, but it has a lot of flavor. It's pretty warm. Not bad at all. Then now we're going to the second hole, which is a little bit bigger. Again, 10 second mouth hit. A little bit more vapor. I'd say it's probably about like an EVOD tank. It's not bad at all. Again, it's it's a wonderful. It has a lot of flavor. Has a lot of flavor. Amount of vape, which isn't bad. Third hole, which is again progressively bigger. This is comparable to the that innokin iClear 16D. Another dual coil atomizer. But it's got a good bit of vape, good bit of flavor, all around wonderful draw. Beautiful. So now we're at the final setting, and it's It's gonna be a big hit. I'm I'm gonna give you a heads up here. It's gonna be a big hit. So yeah. All right. Here we go. 10-second draw on the biggest hole. Fourth setting. Sorry, I was saying corrected. That was not the That was not it being at the most open, the biggest hole. That was the smallest hole in all actuality. And again, it's kind of like the Kangaroo T3. You know, again, a lot great flavor, great amount of vape. It's wonderful overall. This entire setup will run you roughly around 70, 60, 75, 65, 70 bucks at your local vape shop or online. A wonderful setup for anybody who's on the go and wants a good vaping. I mean, a good way to vape. You know, I recommend it to anybody. Hell, especially people who are just getting into the in the vaping. It's a beautiful setup again. You know, and hell, it has. I mean, yeah, it's all the vape you want. The only thing I would love to see improved the innokin itaste is that they drop the increments, that the watts go up into down to increments of 1 instead of 5. But other than that, it's a wonderful vape. I mean, it's a wonderful setup. You know, replaceable drip tip. You know, everything just, it's wonderful. I mean, and hell, we'll throw a little bit of humor in, a little bit of vape humor in here, just because I personally find it funny. I personally think it looks funny as hell, so I'm gonna throw it on here just for the hell of it. This is the Aspire Nautilus with beauty ring on the Kangaroo EVOD 600 milliamp battery. Well, 600 milliamp mod. I personally think this looks like a scepter. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but it just looks funny to me. So I had to throw this on here. Hell, I'm gonna do something else too, just to show you that. Hell, we'll hit it on the EVOD real quick too, just to show you how much how well this thing vapes on the EVOD. We're not gonna go through all the settings because hell, it's just too much. But you know, the EVOD, I want to say it's on the highest setting, on the highest hole. Yep, highest hole, biggest hole. Excuse me. That would help if I cut it on right. Okay, again, vaping on the highest hole on the EVOD. Still get tons of vape off of a EVOD 600 milliamp, you know, battery. There's no voltage setting. It's on here. It's just a single voltage battery. Good for a backup for any setup you have, especially if you're out and around. We'll throw it on the spinner 2, the Vision Spinner 2 variable voltage stick mod. It was my personal favorite until I bought the innokin. So you know, again, we're gonna do the same hole on the spinner 2. gives a beautiful cloud, and hell, I've just about vaped up my living room. I've just about clouded up my living room with this thing tonight. So yeah, it's a beautiful mod. That innokin itaste BV V3 variable voltage, variable wattage mod. And let's not forget the Aspire Nautilus Mini. Again, it took me about a week to pick this thing up, but I work at a pizza joint, so you know, money's tight. But it was well worth the money. Did not let me down at all in terms of quality, and everything about the tank is stainless steel, and is made of stainless steel Pyrex glass, which is practically, I mean, it's probably one of the hardest glasses out there. So you know, it worked wonderful if you want to go with Max VG juice. And again, using innokin futz from vapingmasters.com, or if you live in the Hartsville, Florence area, you can go to the Vape Masters and pick it up personally there. All this runs for about $60. Well, including juice and everything, you're looking to pay about $72 for the entire setup, including juice. I don't know how much shipping would be if you live elsewhere. It probably wouldn't be too much more than like $7 for shipping. But you know, that's the only way you can buy everything sold separately online. Though you probably have to look for it. But hell, I'd highly recommend it to anybody, and you know, because it's just a damn good mod, damn good tank. Yeah, you can vape up a small room in no time with this thing, and the battery lasts about a day and a half, depending on how much you vape and how your settings are. Me personally, I vape it again 4.6, and I can usually get a day out of it. It's passed through, so you don't really have to worry about the battery dying and not being able to vape it. So yeah, it's a beautiful mod, beautiful battery, beautiful tank. You know, you gotta love the changeable drip tip. It's the best pro setup I think out there for anybody who's constantly on the go and wants to have a good vape setup, or somebody who's just starting out and you know likes the 6 over the box mods. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I plan on doing a Aerotank Gladius Nautilus vape off in the future, and reviews on both the Aerotank and the Gladius. So you know, look out for those in the near future. We'll be vaping them on all three tanks. I mean, all 3 mods I've vaped on today. So yeah, and I'm probably gonna end up doing an individual review on the Kanger EVOD 600 milliamp battery, and also the Vision Spinner 2 mods. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good, and you know, enjoy the vape.